Pharmaceutical accident, medication error, or pharmacy malpractice. They're all the same no matter what you call it. Over 1.3 million people are injured each year because of medication errors. There are nearly 100,000 deaths each year due to pharmacy mistakes. These mistakes cost us all nearly $70 billion. Sadly, each mistake could have been avoided if the pharmacies and employees followed the careful systems that are in place to keep us all safe from these mistakes. What should you do if you suspect a drug error? Here is the short list of things to do. First, call your doctor right away. Second, call the pharmacy immediately. Third, do not, and I repeat, do not give back the misfilled medication under any circumstances. Fourth, save the unused medication, the packaging, the bag, and the receipt. And fifth, do not give a recorded statement. And finally, call an experienced pharmacy malpractice attorney, one who is board certified by the Florida Bar as a civil trial lawyer. Why and how do pharmacies make mistakes? Unfortunately, most mistakes are made in high-volume, high-stress pharmacies. Some pharmacies are run like fast food restaurants. The pharmacists are asked to fill thousands of prescriptions per day. Some pharmacies have quotas where they expect their employees to fill as many as 50 prescriptions per hour. You start to wonder, who's in charge at the pharmacy? Is it the pharmacist? Or are corporate profits driving pharmacists to make avoidable mistakes? Sure, we know nobody's perfect, but when it comes to dispensing medication, there are simple things that can be done to prevent deadly mistakes. Pharmacists tell us that the most common causes of errors by pharmacists are too many telephone calls, overloaded or unusually busy days, too many customers, a lack of concentration on their part caused by distractions. The pharmacists don't have enough support staff to double-check their work, and not enough time to talk to the patient to make sure both the pharmacist and the patient understand what medication they are supposed to take, the dosage, and the frequency. I'm sure everyone has been in a busy pharmacy with a long line of sick people all trying to get their medication and leave as quickly as possible. If the pharmacy is understaffed, the problems are intensified. The stressed employees are trying to do too many things at the same time and mistakes happen. One common mistake is called sound-alike errors. This type of mistake is caused by medications that have similar names that sound alike. For example, lidocaine and lindane. They sound sort of similar, but have totally different uses. Lidocaine is a medicine that some patients put in their mouth to help with oral yeast infections. However, lindane is a lice poison that should never be used orally. And if a pharmacist mistakes this sound-alike mistake from one drug to the other, the result is poisoning of a patient. Another common mistake is called a compounding error. This is when a pharmacy makes a medication and either uses the wrong ingredients or they make the dosage in the wrong strength. I've handled a case where a pharmacist made the medication 3,000 times too strong, and it caused serious problems for my client. This mistake was simply a math error made by the pharmacist. It's also common for a prescription to call for 0.25 milligrams, and the pharmacist misses the decimal point and dispenses 25 milligrams, which is 100 times more than the doctor ordered. Mislabeling errors also happen too often. This can happen when the patient is given the right medication, but there's a mistake in how often the patient is supposed to take the medication. Sometimes they take way too much or not enough. And contraindicated errors are when a pharmacy fills more than one prescription and the 2 or 3 medications should not be taken at the same time. This often happens when a patient is seeing more than one doctor at a time, and one doctor may not know what the other doctors have prescribed. but the pharmacist should catch these types of mistakes and call the doctors or notify the patient so that they are not taking medications that will react with each other and cause harm to the patient. For example, isotretinoin, a drug used to treat acne, is absolutely contraindicated in pregnancy cases due to the risk of birth defects. And a person who takes Warfarin to thin the blood should never take aspirin. These are common knowledge things that every pharmacist knows. And sometimes pharmacies dispense medications beyond their expiration date. This can cause a patient to be under-medicated. Or substituting generic drugs without informing the patient. In many cases, this does not cause an injury, but in some cases it can. If you are concerned about substituting generic for brand name medications, ask your doctor if it's safe for you. And also, when a pharmacist fails to counsel their patient, which means they should stop what they're doing and talk to the patient to make sure the patient is fully informed about the medications that are being given to them. This is one of the best ways to prevent pharmacy's mistakes. A pharmacist should ask you, what did the physician tell you the drug is for? How were you told to take the medication? What directions did the physician provide for taking your medication? This is the best chance for the pharmacist to compare the information on the drug label and what you tell them you think the medication is for and how to use it. If what you are saying does not match what the drug is supposed to do, then the pharmacist can catch their own mistake before you take the drug. I hope you found this information helpful to keep you and your family safe. If you have a question, please feel free to call my office and we will be glad to discuss your particular situation and see if there's anything we can do to help you. Thank you for watching.